Okay, let's drive. Day 2, we should be able to make our drop-off in about 5 hours. You didn't get to see yesterday's video, first half of this trip. We ended up driving a lot longer than we thought. I was wanting to stop at about 9 p.m. But I ran into a stretch of road where there were no stops available for several hundred miles, it must have been. It was awful. Running out of time, running out of time, running out of time. Gotta sleep, gotta sleep, gotta sleep. Couldn't gas up. Of course, now I'm almost out of gas. And it's just been a horrible trip. So I'll be glad to get this 5 hours done. And is there a stat that shows me how much fuel I have other than the graphic? I don't need that. Well, I'll just take my chances. Who cares, right? It's only a game. Let's make this happen. Yesterday's video was way longer than I was planning, like I said. So I'm hoping today's video is shorter. We'll see if that goes according to plan. It is raining because yesterday was New Mod Monday, and I installed a realistic rain, thunder, lightning, all that stuff mod. To sleep and stop the video, it was raining, so I did turn up the probability of rain when I installed that mod yesterday for New Mod Monday, but I just turned it down at the start of this session, so we'll see if it stops raining and maybe we'll have a sunnier day today. Yesterday's run was interesting. The rain affected my visibility, and you'll just have to check out that video, day 1 of this trip, to see what happened there. But man, I'm hoping today's ride goes smoother than that one. That was pretty brutal. Hope today finds you guys doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. Had to go to work, came home, started gaming, so I'm definitely better now that I'm having fun, doing what I enjoy. I actually have to go shopping for a new car. My wife wants me to go tonight. I don't really want to go tonight. I want to put it off another day or two. We had a car that was involved in a crash where it got totaled, and my wife doesn't really look forward to buying a new. She's not really looking forward to buying a new car. She doesn't like that whole process. I actually do enjoy it. I think it's kind of a fun little challenge. But right now we're disagreeing on when we should go. Wondering if you guys like that process. It seems like it's pretty universal that people hate doing the car shopping thing, especially for a used car, because we're going to be in the used car market. But I don't know. I always find it a little exciting to get a new to me car. Let's get in here and get some gas. This is going to be a pretty expensive fill up, considering I am practically on fumes. Hey, we got there. Let's see how much this is going to cost me. This sure didn't hurt as much when I was doing those company jobs and I didn't have to pay for it. It's nice to have a little cushion in the bank. 248 bucks for 128 gallons. Not bad, $1.93. I'll take it. Yeah, let's get going. Full tank of gas, nice and rested. Let's see if we can grab this nut up. Get on down to Mississippi. Alright, in case you guys aren't aware, this is how I get on these on-ramps when they're stopped. Because it annoys me how long they sit there stopped, waiting for cars to clear. See? That guy's let me over. I gotta sit there for an hour. Because the game is waiting for the traffic to clear. The AI is waiting for traffic to clear. When on a real road, on a real rest stop, just blend right in. So, you'll see me do some unrealistic things. Ultra realism isn't really my goal in this game. I just like driving. I like playing this game. I like talking into the... I almost said talking into the camera. Talking into the microphone, saying hello to people. But I don't want to sit around and wait for unrealistic AI to do its thing. I can't believe it's still raining. What is going on here? We stopped just outside of Little Rock. I mean, obviously we're not in the city. There's no reason for there to be this much traffic. They're just going all slow and bunched up because of the weather. There's a lot of coasting going on here. Might actually have to start looking around in this game and shopping for my next new garage. I think I need to buy a garage first and then another new truck so I can hire a driver. But I think the first step in that process is going to be getting the garage so I can have a space. In case you're unaware, you have to have a number of garage spaces available to buy trucks. That's how they kind of limit you, so you can't just keep going out and buying truck after truck after truck. You actually do have to have a home base for each, and a garage space for each truck that you buy. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do yet as far as... I considered buying a new truck for myself and just passing this one on to whatever driver I hire. I do have some tips for hiring drivers, which I'll share with you when I get to that process, but... I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do. Part of me wants to keep this truck and just buy my buy a cheap new truck for the new hire, then a part of me wants to buy a new truck for myself. So I don't know what exactly I'm going to do. I'll have to just see what kind of mood I'm in. Maybe I'll make one of my new Mod Mondays revolve around getting a new truck that's not available in the standard game. Maybe I can find a cheaper one to buy my employees that I can drive a little bit and then hand off to them. I am guessing that this rain probability got locked in when I started the game. I pressed escape on the keyboard and went back to the options after I got in the cab and started it up, reset the rain probability, but maybe it was because it was already set before I got in the truck. Maybe it's just defaulted to that for the whole gaming. Session. Couldn't think of the word. Maybe when you start the gaming session, maybe it locks in that. It shouldn't lock it in, but it's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it locked it in. Because I turned the rain probability down really far, and it has been raining ever since we started this trip. Finally in Mississippi. Kind of trying to work east. I'll do this drop off here today. We'll wrap it up for the day, and I will try and find another job going farther east. As many times as I've played it, or for as long as I've been playing American Truck Simulator, I've wanted to drive the Florida Keys. I've never done that yet. I've been up the East Coast. I've been all over the place. I'm glad this game gives you number that you can look at that shows the percentage of roads you've discovered and traveled on. It kind of reminds me of I used to play Test Drive Unlimited. That's a long time ago. That might have been Xbox 360 maybe that game was on. You're driving around Hawaii. I don't remember which island it was. Oahu, I think. And they had a percentage of roads discovered stat. I actually did discover 100% of the roads on that map in that game. I'm wondering if it's possible to get 100% road discovery on this game, because that would be a lot of driving, a lot of deliveries. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but the numbers are still really, really low right now, so I'm not going to worry about that for a long time. But that's one of those things that's in my mind. Just kind of keeping it on my radar to see if that's going to be a possibility to get that done or not. Finally, some blue skies. Seems like it's been raining forever. Grenada. It's the first name on it's the first town on the signs, so maybe that means we're getting close. It is 3:40 in the afternoon. I knew this was going to be a short trip. I wasn't really paying attention to speed. I've been hammered down. That thing was pegged at 80 there for a second. 26 miles. Of course, this being a digger that we're delivering, it might not be right in the town. It might be on a construction site on the outskirts or whatever, but hey, 26 miles is close whether it's in the city or on the outskirts. So this is Mississippi. There is construction equipment all over this little intersection right now. I got a digger, there goes a whatever that is, and there was one that just came off the other road. I think it's still behind me. Construction equipment everywhere. Blocking traffic to take a picture like I'm a tourist. I see the destination's just popping up on our GPS. It's within view. That's a different kind of truck dealer. That's pretty cool looking. Maybe I'll come over here and hang out at the repair shop after I drop this load off. The repairs that I'm needing are starting to build up. There's like no control to this intersection whatsoever. There's no stop signs, no nothing. Thank you, sir, for letting me go. Where are we taking this thing? Be it. How about look this sucker yet? Real quick. I should be able to make that. Where do they want this? Oh, I guess I don't have to go down into the pit. That's good. Yeah. Blame the developers. They're the ones who put the things right on the road. this way and do a big turnaround and back straight in. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I seriously doubt I can, but let's try anyway. You know, this game would be a lot easier if those little green lines on the ground weren't there. Because, in real life, those green lines wouldn't be there, and it wouldn't matter if I was a little crooked. Yeah, see, that wouldn't matter if I was driving in real life. They'd be like, yeah, the trailer's there, just take off. Let's drop this thing, and let's go check out that mechanic shop. Alright, let's whip over to that repair shop and I'll give you a tip on how to buy your upgrades. Dukes of Hazzard, the little steel plates there. Bo and Mook Duke would be proud. I should probably think of a name for this truck. Vanessa the Volvo. Something like that. I don't know if I've ever seen a truck repair that's looks like this. This building looks different. I don't know if the driveway is that bumpy or if it's the truck messing up. What the heck? Alright, I've got a repair to take care of, so let's do this. So if you've got a service to do, let's go ahead and take a look at what it is before I give you a little tip. So the wheels need 12, they have 12% damage. Engine 1% damage, transmission 1%, so that's not so bad, I can live with that. But the wheel damage, that's interesting, 12%. So I'm not going to repair it quite yet. What you could do is, if you're considering buying new wheels, you could buy your wheels now. Because when you buy your new wheels, they will be at 100% when you get them. So if you've got a extensive damage repair bill for your wheels, come over and buy new wheels instead of paying for the repair on the old ones. Now, if you're not in the market for new wheels, this doesn't make sense, but whatever the part is you're looking for, if you're thinking about doing an upgrade anyway, come over here and do the upgrade first, and then you may not need to do the repair. Don't do the repair and then come over here to the configurator and pay twice for something new if you're going to be looking at buying it anyway. So I said I was going to be lengthening the frame first. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like this Volvo. I've been every time I played this game before, I get the Kenworth, and then the exhaust sticks in the mirrors, and you can't see along the edge of the trailer when you're backing straight up because of the exhaust being in the way. So I'm not going to get that now, but that's good to know for in the future. I said I was going to do chassis. That's what I was going to do. I was going to upgrade that first. Do the stuff that can't be changed later. I mean, it's a game. You can always change it later, but it's slightly more realistic in a non-realistic world. I don't know. I know guys customize their trucks all the time, but I don't know how often someone would walk into a shop and be like, yeah, change my truck from a 6x2 to a 6x4. Yeah, you might upgrade your tanks and you do all the stuff that makes it more, customized, but I don't know if you're going to be changing the chassis too often on your truck. So, and you probably wouldn't change your chassis, especially after you add stuff to the cab and do a bunch of other upgrades. So I'm going to deal with the chassis first, and then work on all the customization stuff. So this long 6x2. Wait, what? So no, I don't want to do that. I don't even know what that means. 300 was the model number for the Volvo. It's a standard truck. I don't know why it would do that, but let's see if there's a cheaper option available. 6x2 150, the mid-lift 150, the 6x4 150. That 21,000 one, that's just an upgrade to the size of the tank. Still short. Short 6x4 200. I wonder what that would do. I'm not gonna hit. Oh, okay. So the only way you can go to the long frame is if you do a sleeper. I guess that makes sense. So let's see. Okay. So if you go with the long frame, the long chassis, you gotta have a sleeper. Otherwise, with the day cab, you're stuck with the short. I can upgrade the fuel tanks though. That might be nice. Go longer between fuel stops. And that would be adding a drive axle also, because it's a 6x4 instead of 6x2. Be really cool to get those long chassis, but not an option right now. And I could pay $23,000 for that, what I really want, or pay $20,000 and still have a small tank and just a mid-lift. So yeah, I think I'll do that. I've got 175,000. I don't really want to be spending all my money in one shot, but why never change this back to steel? Oh, it puts. I should have clicked back, and so it gave me aluminum wheels on the front. Nuts. I wasn't planning on doing that. Forgot to take it off before I hit. I thought that conform order was going to take me back to a general screen like this. I messed that up. It would give me $381 back of my $600 that I paid for it, so too late, might as well keep it now. And I'm not going to have mismatched rims, so I will just make them all the same. Way more upgrading than I wanted to do, but at least that one's only 1,100 bucks. And then we'll go back to service and see. Oh, it still says 12%. That is strange, but you know, it didn't work this time. It has worked for me before when I've done that, bought new wheels instead of repairing them. Just didn't work that time, so. Alrighty, we made it to our destination. We'll do another trip tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some sleep and gas up, and we'll find a job in the morning. Till next time.